Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden and 2K packs? Well, look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable Madden and 2K coins on the market. And of course, do not forget to use code Ferdy for 5% off. A link for their website is at the top of the description. What's going on, guys? Today we have episode number 22. Episode number 22 of the I Rate Your Team series. And if you don't know how to send in your team for a chance to be rated, all you're going to want to do is just be following me on Twitter. I put up this tweet right here. Let me get this all centered there. Put up this tweet. There's the Twitter right there. I put up this tweet every single Friday at around this time, somewhere between like 3 to 6. And then I do rate the teams on Saturday. Right now, I'm recording them in between the NFL games. So it's at some time on Saturday. You can't see how many replies there were, but you see 19,000 views on this tweet. There were over 100 teams sent in again this week. You guys have been going crazy on I Rate Your Teams. It's actually insane. So let's just get started with my man Trev's team. Okay, so I believe Trev does have a full 50-50 Seattle team. Seattle's been getting fed. You have Marquise Goodwin, which I'll show you right now. If you're not familiar with Goodwin's game, he might be a lower overall receiver, but again, overall isn't everything. Also on a full theme team, 95 speed's pretty solid. And the longer that these 90 overall playoff cards are in the playoffs, the better that they get. Unfortunately, for Marquise Goodwin, his time is over in the playoffs while I'm recording. Well, he's done regardless. But his time is over, so I believe he's just going to stay at a 90 overall with 93 speed. But still, 95 speed is pretty good. Deep Battle Elite isn't bad. The only issue is that he's 5'9", but having that speed out there is definitely a nice little plus. And what did he say? Marquise better than Jerry and B. Marsh. For this team, I mean, they did just get Doug Baldwin, but EA doesn't really view Brandon Marshall as a Seahawk, but Brandon Marshall will be getting an upgrade soon. Plexico Burris got one. I don't know when B. Marsh gets his upgrade. I feel like it's going to be a legend because it's, he's not, unless it's like a wild card Wednesday. Unless we get like a B. Marsh AKA, but that's not really like a nickname. That's just his name. So, he's not going to get a playoff card. He's not getting a Super Bowl card. So, probably going to be a legend for B. Marsh. But he's definitely due and a pretty big name. So, he's got Gino. He's got Kenneth. He's got Plexico. He's got Donnie. Decent O-line. I would like to see edge protectors. But if you don't have any cheats, then you have to do what you have to do. You have cornerback DK, Kobe Bryant, Tariq Woolen. Do you not have the strat card for Seattle? Because I feel like I would try to get that strat card, and then I would try to get 2 edge protectors because they make a big difference. For example, if someone has Trayvon Walker, a card that goes for under 100K, or even Judon, a card that goes for like 150-ish K, you're getting ran by, and there's nothing you really do about it, just because of your tackle. So that's probably the next thing I would upgrade. I would try to get those strat cards, try to find a way to maneuver 2 more cheats in there, and then get those 2 tackles. If you're running a no cheat theme team, very strict, then it is what it is. But I'm gonna give this Seattle team right here the way it looks. The defense is good. It looks very... No, there are some cheats, though. There are some cheats. Yes, Clowney. That's tough. Okay. I'm going to give this team about a 9. I think it's about a 9. Because all the the defense is good. You have +2 speed everywhere. I'm going to give it about a 9. If you upgrade that O-line, definitely can get to that next level for sure. All right. Next team. Let's go. Kind of just the best team possible for my budget. Looking for recommendations on upgrades. Okay, so... best team possible. I like theme teams. At least +1 speed somewhere is very important. That can be the difference between 95 speed and 97 speed, which is a pretty big deal. It really is. So you have Keith Byers, who I like, CeeDee Lamb, Herman Moore, Deebo Samuel. If short out works for you in your scheme, then run it. I know short out isn't the most popular option, but if it works for you, then run it. It really does. It does actually work pretty well. I don't know if it's as consistent. It's kind of specific with how it activates, but if it works in your scheme, then do you. Debo's going to play great. Tom Brady, I like that card. Keith Byers, CD, okay. O-line looks good. 2 1 AP edge protectors, right? Yep, 2 1 AP edges. He's got Don, he's got Ferret, Carmichael. So, for example, a guy like Carmichael, right? I played a guy today on stream who had even Carmichael, listen, he had Carmichael on I think it was full 50-50, I would imagine it was. A full 50-50 Dallas team. So, 96 speed Carmichael is still getting ran by 97 speed receivers, which makes sense. That makes sense. But for example, if you don't have Carmichael on any theme team, yes, he's 6'8", but if I put a guy on a streak who has 3 speed better than him, the way that coverage kind of works in this game, you're going to get behind him. That's why I feel like theme teams are very important. The smaller you can make your speed margin, if you can get positive on people, that's big. That's huge, obviously. That's absolutely huge. So Carmichael, great card, but if he's not blazing, you know, he's going to get blazed by. You know what I mean? So, that's my thoughts on the theme team. Yes, you have a good team, but again, I think I got to give this team just like maybe like a 9-2-ish. I actually might need to like recalibrate my scale low key. I've been given a lot of like mid to like low 9s. I think we're going to kind of drop down the scale a little bit here. It's gonna be a slight recalibration. So if your team you may have gotten a previous week, if your team got worse by a pretty drastic margin, if you've been in previous episodes, I kind of feel like I have to recalibrate because I don't know. I'm in a weird spot right now. I feel like I keep giving the same score because a lot of people's teams are really good this year. I feel like a lot of people have coins, unlike in years past. Like after gifts and stuff, like after Zero Chill, I feel like everyone kind of has a pretty solid team. So I'm going to give let's knock Trev down to like an 8.5. And then I'm going to give Joseph here about a high 8, like an 8.9-ish. Next up, we have Key's team. He's got a 40 out of 50 Raiders team. Like you told me to last video, let me know what else I need. Okay, so he built the 40 out of 50 Raiders team. He's got Taysom, he's got Waller. 3 tight ends with abilities. Okay, Herman Moore, Deebo Samuel, Keith Byers, Cordero Patterson. 3 AP on Tom Brady with Gunslinger, Hot Route, Set Feet. Okay. We got 0 AP on Moss. So where's all the AP at? Oh, on the offensive line, clearly. Okay. We got Tevin. We got Lakin. All right. So Raiders theme team with Ted Hendricks, CJ Gardner. I don't see like Bo on this team. Obviously, I don't think this is like a full potential Raiders team. I feel like the Raiders team is maybe slightly better than what he's rocking with here. Yeah, there's Tim Brown. Fred Bilendenkoff's going to be a really good card. Once people start getting Fred Bilendenkoff, mainly just because Route Tech's 1 AP. And Route Tech is just like short in, short out, mid in, mid out, all in one. But previously, we really weren't running Route Technician because it was kind of expensive for the AP cap. But now that we're starting to get 1 AP options, I mean, you're going to see Route Techs for 1 AP. You're simply going to see Route Techs for 1 AP. So Bilendenkoff's going to be obviously a very popular option. Dickerson's on this team. Let me slide this over real quick so I can just kind of go back and forth. Yeah, I like Keith Byers. This is the right team. Okay, Keith Byers. All right. Okay. I feel like, I guess Keith might be the move even over Dickerson on a theme team. That's kind of a close one. Like a 1-speed difference for better pass catching. If you're running only free goal line back, probably Bruiser. I believe is what he gets there. So yeah, I'd like to see Tim Brown though. Just try to keep getting that speed up and up. And like I said, really closing on that differential. See this defense real quick. Defense. Oh, Ronnie Lott. Okay, Ted Hendricks, Bo Jackson. Yeah, Mike Haynes, Charles Woodson. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you're getting there. I would just try to, make these upgrades. Like these are big upgrades, obviously. Just kind of staying with it is obviously pretty big because you are technically putting yourself at like maybe a little bit of a disadvantage not having a Legends team. But those are kind of my thoughts. So I'm gonna give this team or his team, not this team. This team. About what I'm getting, about probably like a 9-1, somewhere in that range. I'm gonna go with that. I feel like this previously probably would have been like a 9-4-ish, but I'm gonna give it about like a 9-1 to 9 there. All right, next up, another full Seattle team. So you could use. Okay, he's got 3 cheats. Got an extra 2 mil in the binder. Damn. Okay. I would cheat at receiver. I think Brandon Marshall has to go. Would I say go buy Doug Baldwin? No, I don't think the Doug Baldwin card is really even good. I know I didn't make a video on him, but I really just don't like this card even on a theme team. He doesn't make sense to me because he's 5'10", and yes, you could have 98 speed on him, and he'll be good until he gets caught up with speed-wise. And there's already corners in the game that have 98 speed, on theme teams that you might face. But for me, his price tag at 1.4 and his abilities, it just doesn't fit the way this game plays at all. And I understand that they try to make cards different. It's kind of like the Cam Newton thing, but 0 AP mid-in, does that really work for anyone? Short out, 1 AP, you're paying for it. Guys like Deebo who you're not paying for it on. 1 AP playmaker could be glitchy, though. That could be something that's maybe worth going after, but I don't know. You're not using this guy as a deep threat or outside the numbers, really. You're just not at 5'10". The speed can be good, but also the price tag, I'm kind of factoring in there. So I would probably just get a top-tier receiver right now in the game, even if it's, say, CeeDee Lamb. If you need a slot guy, I love the Randall Cobb card. T.Y.'s expensive. The Randall Cobb, I think, is a really good buy. Randall Cobb Slot-O-Matic plays super, super well. And I don't believe you have a Hot Route Master quarterback, and you also do get free Slot Apprentice on that card, which makes him super dynamic in the slot with post routes, corner routes, stuff like that. So I love the Randall Cobb card. I've been using him on my team. We got Dion, we got Woolen, we got DK. Again, would like to see Sherman on this team. It's a Seattle team. A full 50-50, you gotta have Sherman. You gotta have Sherman there. And honestly, I would probably cut the Dion card. I probably would move Dion out, keep DK in the slot with pick artist, run Tariq Woolen and Sherman right there. That would be a beautiful combo. You got Quandre Diggs, a little bit small, but okay. We get Calvin Johnson out of position with Ted Hendricks, Cam Chancellor, Bruce Irvin. Team does look pretty good to me. So I'm going to give this team full Seattle. Again, try to make this upgrade. Like, there's no way you have 3 cheat spots. I didn't even realize how bad your offensive line looks. This should be Creed Humphrey. This should be Creed Humphrey, and then this should be that Bears Braxton Jones, I believe his name is. This card right here, that's who that should be. So Braxton Jones, I believe is his name. Yeah, that should be this card right here. That's exactly what you get. That's all you got to do. Bang, there you go. Fix your offensive line. Tackles aren't that big of a deal, but there you go. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go with that, and then I'm going to give this team the way it looks right now. I think it's slightly better than is it really better than, I don't know if it's better than Trev's team, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to give it like this, I think Trev's team might have you. I think Trev, what I give Trev? What I give Trev, like an 8-6-ish, somewhere down there? Whatever I gave Trev, 1 point behind that. I think your team's worse. I do. I think it's close, though. All right, Goff is the GOAT at QB. All right, Chargers team, and you're cheating with Goff? All right, Chargers team is tough. I feel like I keep rating Chargers teams, but I'm telling you, they're tough. They look so much fun. You got Mike Williams. Eckler is already before his time speed-wise and, kind of card-wise. So he's got 98 speed. Eckler, right? 98 speed's what that card is. He's obviously he's obviously pretty good. Yeah, 98 speed, Eckler, good acceleration. Gets really good abilities as well. Like, this is really good. Zero IP evasive is my favorite part about it. Also, backfield masters there. Just kind of a fan of the card. I'm a fan of this Eckler card. Does play very well. Not a lot of hype around it, because I feel like if it was like Derrick Henry or someone like that, I think it would have a lot more hype, or maybe like I don't know. I don't want to say Eckler's not a big name, but like, I guess a bigger name, I guess, because there's not much hype around this card. I think he's really good. So having him on a full Chargers team, big W. Donnie, an exclusive card here on a Chargers team. Mike Williams, you have 2 1 AP edges. Stevie Johnson. Goff at QB does not sit right with me. When there's guys like Brunell, when there's guys like Brady, Randall Cunningham, even Daniel Jones, Cam Newton, I'm probably missing someone pretty obvious in there. I probably am. I'm just thinking off the top of my head right now of quarterbacks I've used recently. Steve Young, like when there's cards like that exist, I don't think you can run Jared Goff. I just don't. So at corner, okay, corner you could definitely, like, I was gonna give you about like a mid-9, but your cheats aren't top tier. I think you got it. Like, you have a good, like, the Chargers team's good. Desmond King can definitely play the slot. Verrett's obviously great. Casey Hayward's solid. But you have to have those top tier cheats. I think Judon's a good cheat. I guess having Donnie on the team's nice. Rashawn Slater, Derwin James due for an upgrade. If the Chargers do win tonight while I'm recording this, they'll get better cards, stuff like that. But I think you got to like get a different cheat there for McKinney. And then get someone different than Goff. I mean, if you're winning games with them, sure, but I'm going to give this team about a 9-2-ish. I'm happy with that. This team looks good, though. This team looks good. I'm rocking with the squad for sure. Next up, we got Geezer's team. Okay, Geezer's obviously pretty comp. If you know Geezer, you know Geezer. He's obviously a demon at this game. He's going to have a full Legends team. This will be the only Legends team we probably look at. But Geezy with Tom Brady on the Legends team. Okay, I mean, it comes down to preference. The 7 AP setup on Tom Brady. T.Y. Hilton with short in. He's got C.D. Lamb. He's got Herman, Devin Hester. A bunch of 0 AP abilities, clearly. Keith on the theme team. George Kittle. There really isn't a top tier legend tight end right now. I mean, eventually we're going to start seeing Gronk and stuff, but there really isn't that. Like, maybe, who could it be? Like, Tony G already has his upgrade. You would think Gronk, but he just got his. So once we start seeing Gronks, it's going to be obviously pretty nasty. Like, everyone's going to have Gronk. It's like on a theme team. It's going to be terrifying with good abilities. And I don't know. That card's going to be crazy. So I think Geezer's team, I don't think it's a 10. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be, nah, it's probably a 10. I don't know how you could get better. That's what I'm thinking. Like, what would I tell him to upgrade? I don't think I would tell him anything. You know what I mean? I don't think you can go wrong with any of the top 5 quarterbacks. If they worked for you, they work for you, and they play great. So, yeah, I'm gonna throw you. Yeah, let's go with a 10. Let's go with a 10 on Geezer's team. Let's go with a 10. Let's go with a 10. All right, here we go. Next up, we got a 52/50 Pats team. Ted Hendricks at sub linebacker. Okay. Full pads team with Brady. I like that. So I have to talk about Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe was a card that I was really high on, and then it felt like 3 days later I was off of him. I was high on Drew Bledsoe, and then he really just dropped down the rankings. If you watch the last quarterback tier list, I think I had him number 1 or 2, like behind Elway. I don't think he's that. I've noticed some problems the more I've used him, with him hitting linemen in the back of the head. A very unique release, but it comes out like underneath his shoulder, so it makes it look like it's like Kyler Murray throwing the ball. It's like he's hitting linemen in the back of the head, even though he's taller. But full pads team, you're going to have Gronk eventually. 2 1 AP edges, okay. Cordell Patterson, beautiful. Tom Brady, Randy Moss, Brandon Cooks, I like that. With Darrelle Revis, beautiful. The brand new Revis with Deion Sanders, Ty Law, Kyle Duggar, the new Duggar, the new Micah Hyde, little cheesy there for the AFC East teams. I haven't tried them yet, but I've heard that option's there for me. And usually the Patriots theme team will eat at this time of year, because with Brady's reign, he was in the playoffs a lot, and he was in a lot of Super Bowls. So those are 2 promos that are kind of coming up here. Expect some Pats. Just expect some Patriots coming up here for sure. So I'm going to give this team 50-50. It looks good to me, man. It looks solid to me. I'm going to go like a 9-3 on this squad. I feel like that last week this team probably would have been like a 9-5-ish. I'm going to go like a 9-3 on that squad. Okay. Next up, we got Griss's team. And, okay, I like the way this team looks. Besides the fact that, okay, does he have legends? I can't tell if he has a legends team. I really can't. Denzel Ward I like a lot, though. Champ Bailey, Tyson Campbell. This is definitely not a legends team. I don't think so. It's definitely not 40-40. It could be. No, it's not. It can't be. He's got Najee and Naeem. All right, it's definitely not full legends. I would just try to get full legends. You should be able to get fairly close with like backups and stuff. You may have to cut down on some cheats a little bit, but I think it's definitely worth it. You have a bunch of like legends players. Steve Young, Keith Byers, Randall Cobb I like I said. You got Herman Moore, Adam Thielen. Okay, so no gunslinger on Steve Young's interesting. I guess you could definitely run it, right? You could definitely run it. His release is actually pretty good. But Juszczyk's gonna get his +1. Thielen, okay. So you have like you have multiple slot guys. Maybe you're running like tight. You're probably running tight. That's what I'm gonna guess. Champ Bailey, a beast with Charles Woodson, Rashawn. Okay. This team's about a 9 though, just because he has no speed boost. That's my reasoning. Yes, I know legends are boring, but I had a lot of B&D players from the packs in the store. Okay, let's see. What do you say he's doing for Gronk? Titan's gonna be Gronk. All right. Yeah, pretty standard legends team. Looks pretty good to me. Taylor Rapp is crazy. Yeah, legends are legends. You know, they're good. Legends are good. Legends are always pretty solid. So, let's give the legends team, this man's legends team. It's probably about a 9-4. 9-4. Let's continue to Cool Guy Andy. Okay, Cool Guy Andy said, congrats on... I hit record. Congrats on 40K. About to get 4 more of the playoff 93s from Make Rights. You slimy dog. All right. Okay, definitely took advantage of some B&D cards here. But honestly, dude, a lot of these Campus Hero, like 93s were actually really good. Malik Hooker, I like. He's decent. But no theme team, I don't think. So, there's going to be some slight repercussions for that. Thielen, though, is cool. 0 PCD Lamb. Watson. I think Watson's one of the better deep threats. I mean, as his speed kind of gets knocked down, we start seeing more 96 speed receivers. With him only being 94 speed, it's going to knock him down a little bit. But still, great size. We have Steve Young here with Keith Byers, Taysom Hill, 0 AP, and a 1 AP edge protector, 93 Tyron Smith, and then 1 AP Rashawn Slater out of position. So, this team here is honestly a pretty solid budget team. Without chems, without chems, you put together a pretty solid team. And I understand, if you're someone that's a no money spend team, it's tough to compile so many cards for your theme teams. You really get reliant on promos and cards that become free and available to you. So if you're someone that's no money spend or budget or really does rely on B&Ds, I understand that it's tough to build a theme team. And this is the best you can do. And unfortunately, you're going to be outmatched speed-wise. For example, you match up against my team online, which you could. And even though CeeDee Lamb is a really good card, CeeDee Lamb's got a great card in this game. 95 speed. A majority of my corners still have +3 speed, and my DB still have +3 speed on you. And in man coverage, and my users running step for step with you, without these speed boosts, you kind of see what happens here. But the team's constructed very well. I'm going to give you probably about an 8-3 though. I think probably about an 8-3 on this team. Andy. All right, let's get one more team. And by the way, this episode will end, and then tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern on my second channel, link in the description. We're gonna start right here with Sam Dog's team. So let's finish today's episode off here with, who's this? Ryan Coster? Ryan Coster's team. All right, guy seems like a no life low key. All right, let's see this squad. We got Steve Young, Keith Byers, Larry Fitzstill. Okay. Steve Smith. Larry. Okay. Keith Byers, full legends. Jim Taylor, Hawkinson. Jim Taylor at tight end. Oh, I now remember. Okay. That's kind of. So I was messing around. I know who this is. All right. So he runs my scheme, I believe, or something close to it, or Cardinals. So he has the swing passes, and with him putting, I guess he's just going for run blocking, right? With him putting Jim Taylor in at tight end, it allows him to put him in at, I think, receiver. So on this swing pass with honorary lineman, you now almost have a fullback lead blocking downfield for you. This is an example of, I guess it's a Legends team and it's like whatever, stinky, but this is an example of you really building a team around your scheme. This is an example of that. And it's not always about running the abilities that your favorite YouTuber runs or whatever the case is. It's about running abilities that are unique to you. And you might run your favorite YouTuber scheme. You might run tight. I'm not going to accuse me, but you might run tight. So if you do that, then I guess run your favorite YouTuber's abilities. But like here for this example, he's running his own scheme. And he's using his abilities that fit his scheme. Not just a bunch of short ends littered around, which could be good, but this is probably more effective. But we just got a Koye. It's a good team. This is a good team. I'm a fan of this squad personally. Honestly, RK. I think this could also be a 10 in its own little unique way. I really do feel that way. I gotta see. I would have to see what's his name here. Do you already have him? Yeah. I think you need what's his name? Ogden. 1 AP edge. Right? Because I don't think Joe Thomas gets 1 AP edge, right? Does Joe Thomas get 1 AP edge? Joe Thomas? 1 AP edge, Joe Thomas? Do you get that? I gotta go to his power up. Does Joe Thomas get 1 AP edge? He does. Okay, never mind. What are you using? Threat detector on him? Yeah, threat detector. Oh, that's actually pretty solid. Threat detector is honestly a good ability. Threat detector on 3rd and 4th down allows you to see when your opponent's blitzing, which is honestly really good and kind of a slept on ability. That might make Joe Thomas worth looking into, believe it or not. Is there any free? Does anyone get this for free? No, Joe Thomas and McDaniel. That's actually kind of interesting. I might look into that, RK. I ain't gonna lie. So I want to give RK a 10, man. Good looking team. And like I said, we're going to continue right here with Sam Dog's team over on the second channel. So of course, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. And as always, I'll see you boys in the next one.